Alright, so to remove the fan shroud, I'm going to need to grab a 8mm wrench. These look like they're 8mm anyway. Yep, alright, so what we're going to do, start breaking these guys loose, take the two radiator hold down clamps off. Put the bolts back in place so I can't lose them. Do the same thing on the other side. Now I have a coolant filter on there, so I need to remove this clamp, break this hose loose, slide it off there so that I can set all this off to the side. There should be a bolt right there. And then another bolt here. All right. And these tabs in here, just need to work those guys. What I'm doing is just taking the flathead screwdriver, lifting up on the moving the bottom section of the plastic up and over. See, this is broken. I'll be getting a new one at some point. I might try gluing this back together. But anyway, those tabs push in here. So what you do is you take your screwdriver and you want to pry this out slightly and lift. Alright, so the next thing we got to do is go ahead and see about getting the radiator out. We've got to take the transmission coolant line fittings off. To do that, you're going to need one of these. It's a quick disconnect tool, but notice the little stepped end on there. It's because Ford, for some reason, decided their lines needed to have a nipple in them. So you see, I already popped the plastic holder off. All this does is just make sure the line doesn't come back out. You just pop that up and off and reconnect it. Now what I like to do when I'm taking these quick disconnect fittings out is just kind of work it around a little bit to make sure things aren't seized up. Very easy to use. You'll just put it over, push it in, and then all I have to do now that I have this guy, do I have it all the way in? Is pull this out. Now I can't do this and hold the camera, Google Glass, so yeah, I'm gonna just set the camera down and do this real quick. Oh, almost forgot where your line is. Both sides, you've got this clip thing here you gotta pop out. It's not too hard. You just sort of open it, and the line itself will pop out. Will move out. Now it's got room to actually come out. Otherwise, that'll be all up in your way. You don't want that. All right, so again, see how just push the whole thing in. There we go. See how I got it all in there? Now I'll just pull this out. And that's it. Just pulls out. And got the other side out. So my radiator should be, let me get my tool off there. I'm not gonna lie, this little rubber band thing on this is actually kind of pretty neat. And now my radiator should just want to lift straight up and out. So we're going to head back up top. Alright, everything should be loose. Good. Let's see. We have enough room and all to actually get this out of here. There we go, come on now. Sorry, I'm beating up the camera here. Hey. That was a righteous pain in the rear. That is probably the single most difficult thing I think I've done yet in this truck. That's ridiculous. Makes me want to not put that fan shroud back in at all. Alright. Alright, so the first thing I think I'm going to do now is I need to loosen the belt and I need to get it off the alternator so I can take that alternator off. I want this intake manifold out of here today. So that's where we're going to start.